Thank you guys for watching and listening to the Last Call Entertainment Podcast, where we bring you fun and exciting things to do here in Salt Lake City and around the world. Today we have a bunch of very special guests, Stone, John, and Pierre. Right?
They call me Red.
Red?
Red Reddington.
Red Reddington, really?
Red.
Well, that's interesting. I need to get the memo on that one.
That's the guy.
Yeah. So we're going to be sharing some exciting events that are coming up, some exciting team up that we're doing with these guys. Last Call is doing with these guys. And Stone, could you tell us a little bit about what you do?
So we have an entertainment company. I think my partners are sitting over there. We brought CJ out here, the real CJ, Whoopty. We do a lot of after parties, private events. We get the club popping, so.
Great. So what are you looking forward to doing here in Salt Lake? From my understanding, you do a lot of events in Ogden?
No, not in Ogden, primarily in Salt Lake. So our recording studio is on 12th Street in Ogden.
Oh, cool.
So, we have, we record music. We have a videography company also. So, a lot of the video you see on our Instagram. And then other people's stuff we shoot. What else?
All high quality.
Yes, all high quality stuff. And then just what's that? Consulting. I mean, honestly, we do a little bit of everything. Anything that, when it comes to music and entertainment, but we're really picky and everything is super high quality, super we just want things to be done really well. And so.
Oh, good. As I drop the mic.
Yeah.
Really well. Okay, that's it. So what events are you looking forward to doing here with Last Call?
First up is this Friday, R&B Live. So it's gonna be super just super sexy, man. It was just a crazy vibe. All R&B blends. So just an infusion of hip hop and R&B, but nothing trap. So we Drake, some old school stuff. So everything from honestly the 70s up to today.
So when you say R&B Live, do you have a performer performing, DJ?
Not this week. It's just a soft opening. So just get people acclimated to what we're doing, introduce people to what we're doing, and then in 2 weeks we'll go hard and we'll have the hard opening, the grand opening, and we'll try to make it star-studded, for Salt Lake.
It will.
Everybody who is anybody that's within Salt Lake,
So why do you do what you do?
Why?
Why do entertainment? Why?
I love it.
You love it?
Everybody wants to be entertained, right? Everybody. Doesn't matter how much money you have, how old you get, you want to enjoy yourself and have a good time. And so we just want to be able to provide that for people. And it's just once again, high quality. So.
Well, good. That's good. High quality is good. So when you say high quality, what does that look like to you?
Have you been to Pierre's spot?
I have.
I still mess up with the name. Duvin. How do you say it?
Duvin Pintor.
Duvin Pintor.
To me,
do you want to tell us a little about it? If that's all right. I forgot to warn you guys. I interrupt and go do that. I forgot to warn you. It's no offense.
Duvin Pintor is a social art gallery. It started about 13 years ago, based out of Houston. So we have 2 spots in Texas.
So you're from Texas?
From Chicago.
Oh, cool.
By way of California, San Diego. I went to school at the University of Utah, came here in the 90s and played ball. And I'm a Chicagoan, born and raised.
The 90s, that was a long time ago.
Yeah, I'm 51. I look like I'm 30. I don't even know. See what's going on.
I was hearing a little bit of a story of what you were like back in the day.
Oh, top secret information.
No good.
Yeah. So Duvin Pintor is it's a upscale social environment. We have memberships. You can come in, you can do, socials, you can book the space, but we're looking, for a high-end clientele. It's not a plaything. We actually sell fine art. We actually sell fine wine, and the environment is communal. It's very communal. So
Great for networking.
yeah, it's
Great for
networking. You can use it as a workspace in the daytime. So it's a space that's it's built upon.
Oh, you have coffee in there too.
Yeah, we
Right?
got coffee for Peru. Big ups to my man Julio. He owns about 12 acres of land in Peru, and we cultivate it and bring it in every August, during August.
Oh, really? I didn't know that it had that kind of a background. So the coffee beans are
Yeah,
from a special farm.
from a special farm that's his, and we met a few years ago and connected. It's been really clever since we connected. Yeah.
Cool.
So that's Duvin Pintura. It's a cool environment. We call it a vortex. Our tagline is a vortex of creativity.
Vortex of creativity. That sounds awesome. I'll have to stop in there sometime.
It
My
brings
laptop
in-
crashed, so
Yeah.
I could sit on my phone, I guess. But
Yeah, but it does. It brings in lawyers, doctors, all of them, and we're scaling too. So, we're going to be in San Diego, St. Martin. We want to be in 20 cities real fast, real quick. And I know with this team, we're building the infrastructure that Duvin Pintura is going to be crazy. Last Call is going to be crazy.
what's your excitement about this team? Why are you excited about it?
Because everybody's honorable. I build my core off of loyalty, honor, respect, love, and perseverance. And I think, we have those assets, the people that sat down and talked and met, and went back and forth and from building with each other, they have those cores,
Mm-mm.
and those cores build big business. And, this is not a little thing for none of us. We trying to make noise all over the world, and we're going to do it.
Nice. That's great. What's your scale-up plan? What are you looking at doing?
So right now, the infrastructure, and meeting with Last Call is there. The infrastructure and meeting with Stone and his platform,
The lab.
the lab.
The Lab, is that the name of your place?
Lab Life. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Lab Life
Lab
Entertainment.
Life.
Lab
Yeah,
Life.
Lab Life Entertainment.
Correct.
So Lab Life and Last Call and Duvin Pintura, we're covering all our bases, right? We got the high-end entertainment, we got the social and the media, the marketing. That's a part of it. We got the right woman involved. There's no Fortune 5 company done without your first 3 women. Sunny is about to kill it for us, and so.
She happens to be sitting here.
Yeah,
in the
Right.
studio.
yeah. Sitting here. And my infrastructure, my team has been with me for 15 years. Jay Bauer, business development, and so we the crew is there, and so our fundamentals are there, and now we're in position to execute what it is we want to do.
Great. That's awesome. John, how do you feel about that? Like with Last Call? Since
Epic.
you're our representative for Last Call.
Epic. I mean, there's so much going on in my head right now that I can't even. Like,
It's too much. Boom.
with both
I
of
told
them,
you.
at
You
the
should stop
same
smoking
time,
that jewel or whatever it is.
Oh yeah. I know. I never hit it. Huh?
Yeah.
But I mean, I can't even. It's going to be so epic. Like I'm looking forward to staffing everyone. I'm looking forward to making sure that the safety is always number one on my end. I got to stay fresh. You know what I mean? And we have so many things going on that it's easy to lose track of. If a security guard's not going to be here or there, or if a bartender. And at the end of the day, I'm going to make sure that everybody's safe always, and everybody's going to hopefully do their jobs how they're trained to do.
Can you tell us a little more about safety? Because that comes up a lot, and I think it's really important that people don't really address it, but it's there in the background that they want to go. Because you brought up being entertainment, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to ask you if do you feel like people don't have the opportunity or they hesitate to go out or have entertainment? Where you're talking about safety, because sometimes in the background they're worried about safety.
Depending on the location.
Both of you can answer that.
Yeah, depending on the location, I think people get worried about safety, right? And which is why if you create a certain environment and then you have the right people staffed for security, then the people who generally would cause trouble, right, stay away. Right?
Yeah,
because they understand.
Exactly.
I mean, you know what it is like.
It's a
like
quality
when they know.
place. They don't want to go in.
No
It's a nice place. I don't want to go in there.
part
They're
of
out
it
of place.
Absolutely.
Is the I don't know if you know about the double slit experiment, but it's about the observer and being observed. And people naturally react different when they're being observed, not even knowing that they're being observed. Naturally, they're going to
Interesting.
be different.
Oh, because they feel it.
They feel it. Yeah, it's a feeling. Well, it all goes down to every particle has a mind of its own. Like it knows if it's being observed. So, the less staff you have, the less observers you have, the more bullshit happens.
Yeah.
So,
and Big John, the customer service is immaculate. That's another thing. When somebody's walking in, you can de-escalate a person before they even. I watch them going, moving around. When I first came back to the city, Salt Lake, that is. I watched them move, and I watched them de-escalate the tough guys as they came in, with a smile, a handshake, like it's a respect thing.
Yeah, he's very kind and sweet and generous, and he's huge too. That helps.
I play
that
football,
helps
so
too.
he's not that big. He's not that big.
Well,
But
to
he's
normal
skilled.
sized people,
He's skilled. But I know. But I think it's that customer service, and making people feel comfortable, where they feel like, okay, I'm in a space where I don't want to just be disruptive, right? Even if I'm a disruptive person, I'm not going to be disruptive in that environment.
totally does. It totally has an effect for sure.
My thing is like I know that I have the experience. I've been doing this for a long time, but my main thing is to teach other people to be that way or to find their way of doing it, or what's comfortable for them, the best way they can be, So that's basically what I'm focusing on at this point is having more of me around, have more, people that understand how, it's hard if you don't have the experience, but I feel like with my experience that I have, I could teach maybe a little faster, to get them to understand what all of our level of experience needs to be, how we want Salt Lake and the world to view us.
That's great. What events do you have coming up, you guys? Right now, besides what do you have planned? Or, even if it's just brainstorming or you haven't have it set? Because
I can't talk about everything, man.
I don't know. I don't even know.
All of our beings.
All I know is the R&B Friday.
We have R&B Live Friday. We have the Glow Gala.
The
Saturday.
Glow Gala. That sounds nice.
We got a car show.
Car show on Saturday.
Where's the Glow Gala?
31st. The 31st is we have a sexy women's event at the gallery, and then August 8th is the car show.
What day is that? The 31st. Friday,
that's
Saturday.
Saturday.
That's a Saturday.
So
Okay,
the next day after the R&B event, we got a sexy women's event that'll go from it's an early event, so it'll go from they go from 6 to 9, something like that. But it's a cool group of women that just came here from Silicon Slopes. They all work in tech, which is really cool, and it's a way to kind of get them involved in the city because they from New York, they from the East Coast. They brought a group of women that's from the East Coast. So I want to do something to kind of invite them into the environment, so they can know that they have a cool place to come, a safe place to come. That's really nice, like Duvin, and we feel like what we're doing, around the city, and what we're doing is creating a culture and a vibe that, first of all, people are very safe. 2, you can really enjoy yourself. It's an experience that we create.
Oh, good.
You feel me? The lab, Duvin Pintor, Last Call. When you dealing with us, it's an experience. So it's, when people come in the city, they from New York, they from overseas, they gotta come see us because it's an experience that they're getting. When they leave, that experience is they're gonna take them with them.
It spreads.
Right? And we're gonna do this all over the world. So, we want people. We want this to be one of the cool destinations to see.
That's
we
great.
have to break the stigmatism that there's a stigmatism that comes with being in Salt Lake, right? People, artists, they come and then they perform and they leave, right? They don't understand that there's a lot more that we have to offer, right? And so that's what I feel like we're going to bring. So when artists come, when we bring artists in, the athletes that come in that we are affiliated with, when they come, once again, they a lot of guys sit in hotel rooms,
right.
or if they come into town, or
Right.
our local athletes, like local entertainers, they leave. People leave the city when the summer hits, obviously, to go do other things. Well, we don't want that, right? So, but we have to show them, and I feel like it's the right collective of people to do it. Like we have like the right collective, like the right entities to really show what Salt Lake has to offer, and at that point, like it's just the takeover, because we can go to St. George, we'll be able to go to Park City, everywhere around like the state. And like I said, there's so much to offer. We'll have winter events, right?
That's great.
Obviously
great.
summer, spring. I mean, like we have a lot of things planned for Halloween. Festivals, like a lot of concerts, and then once again, after the concerts, then obviously the after parties also. So there'll be consistently something to do all the time.
Well, that's good.
All
that's
the
good.
time, to entertain people of all ages and like the age range, demographic, everything.
Yeah. What brings you to Last Call, John?
What do you mean? What brings you?
Why do you? Well, it's open ended to see what you'd say.
Right.
I do that all the time. But what brings you to Last Call? Why are you involved in Last Call? Why do you like it so much?
World peace. I don't really know how to explain it without being very blunt. And I feel like when people are happy, better shit happens. I don't know. Like, I'm here because I love this industry. This industry has fed my family. It has showed me people smiling for the last 15 years. For the last 15 years, I've just sat and watched people be like smiling. You know what I mean? Watching an artist, watching different people perform and all that type of stuff. Or just being at a place in an environment where you're, drinking or, having it's an event, any type of event. It's just like for so many years, I've just been watching people smile to the point where this is the best, thing in my life, really. Like, so it's always been consistent with me, and I'll always be loyal to it. You know what I mean? And there's a certain way that I am that I keep climbing and climbing, getting better and better, and more better things happen. And I'm noticing it's because I'm loyal to it. I'm being 100% honest all the time, and I'm never doing anything for self-gain, really. It's all for the person next to me. And at that point, it just makes me better.
Or it's for both.
Yeah,
right?
it's for
It's
all
for
of
you
us.
too,
It's
but
for
it's not
everyone,
like
yeah.
a greedy. I mean, I've known you for a few years, and it's never been like, hey, let me see what I can get out of you.
Right.
And you deal with that. I'm sure all of you guys
Yeah.
have dealt with that. Like, oh, you're one of those guys. Great. Now I'm involved. How do I get out of this?
Yeah.
Right?
Foolery is out there.
Naturally, everything has been going a certain way because I've been a certain way, and I recognize that at this point.
That's great. What can you tell us about the Glow event? The Glow, what was it?
Love it.
That's that's Sonny's event. It's like a fashion show.
Oh, that's Saturday, right?
Glow Gala.
The Glow Gala, yes.
Do you want to pop in here, Sonny, and tell us? No? You're all dressed up and ready for it.
So here's the thing. Sunny's going to be on the next podcast
Okay, great.
to announce all the events that are going on at
Great.
Panning. So she'll be the face of all the events, all the parties, after hours, everything we do. She's
Great.
going to be the one doing it.
So
we'll
next
announce when that's
podcast.
gonna be. Next podcast.
We'll share that next
she'll be
podcast.
the one on, so I don't have to have you guys are squeezed in.
Nice.
There's room. There's room.
There's room. We got a
We can cuddle up.
I was waiting on the slick talk about the lot of dudes on the
Yeah,
couch.
man.
So the 31st. What's on the 31st? Then?
31st is what is it for?
Well, you just told us. I forgot about it. It was
It's the exact
Cars?
name
You
of
mentioned
the
something
car.
about cars?
Yes, the women is. Let me get the
Sexy.
exact.
What do you say? Something women.
Let me get the exact name real quick. Let me see.
so the RB event. How many people you expect to come?
About 200.
200.
150 to 200.
That's nice. And that's this Friday.
That's this Friday.
Great.
Yeah. I think it's gonna be insane.
Vibes.
It's gonna be a crazy vibe. Like, it's gonna
Nothing
be a
else
crazy
like it.
vibe.
Be mad if you can't
Yes.
get in.
Yeah. It's
Don't
gonna
be
a
mad.
crazy
You just
vibe.
gotta level up. Get in. This is
Yeah.
exclusive.
Well, that's good.
Yep.
Is it a red carpet event?
Yes.
Yes.
Is it a carpet
Definitely.
event?
Red
And where is it? Where is it located? Have you guys given? It's at your
Yes,
Charlie
at
Square.
Duvin Pintor.
Duvin.
367 Trolley
Pintor.
Square. You need the RSVP. So you gotta leave your information. You gotta know who you are when you walk in the building. So make sure you RSVP.
Where can they RSVP?
We'll be posting that information.
Okay, so there'll be a link attached to this podcast on the
Yeah.
bottom, and we'll add their link to it so you can see where to go.
Yep. And then
So
on Saturday it's
RSVP.
called Summer Cool Down.
Summer Cool Down.
Summer Cool Down. And it's a black and white event, so you can wear black and white. The young ladies, like I said, they're from the East Coast. They're cool.
Can I wear like a white tank top and flip flops and some ratty black shorts?
You won't be getting the Duvin Pintor.
So I could wear it, I just can't go. Right?
Big John will be in the door like,
Nah.
that's not the wear. Not today. Not today.
That's awesome.
Well, it's good that you guys are excited about it.
Yeah,
It's
heck
good
yeah,
to hear.
definitely.
We're extremely excited
About
about
to
it.
go down.
At least I know I'm like really fired up. I've been looking for an infrastructure for about 6 years, and creating that infrastructure is not easy. Finding the right people who know how to run a venue and organize and so I can do what I do.
It's because you're dealing with people.
Well,
No,
yeah.
I'm just kidding.
But I'm an innovator.
Yeah,
so
sure, of course.
I don't need to be doing all that stuff. I
Yeah,
need
yeah.
to be innovative. I need to be city to city, locking down, our other venues, our other stuff, and and people are selfish. We've had people come in and they're just selfish and weird, and I just don't do selfish and weird. I don't come from that. So, in organizing and building a structure, infrastructure, the vision became, my vision came to life sitting down with these guys because they got it. They get it. And so that's important, right? And like I said, we about to go hard, and I was a running back when I seen daylight.
Downhill.
It was downhill.
Downhill from there.
Downhill, baby.
Yeah.
And I see daylight, so it's downhill right now.
You're in sports too?
Yep.
You mentioned athletes and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And is that what your connection is to them?
Is that what my connection is to these
To an
guys?
athlete, because you mentioned
It
earlier.
was just like
playing
another, no, like
athletes and such.
what another one of our partners is deeply affiliated with a lot of the local athletes, and then obviously I have like my own relationships. So just friendships, you know what I mean? Like you hang out, you vibe, you meet people at just different events, and you know, and then some people you grow up with. So it's just just a lot of different ways where you can have us. You know, you kind of let your relationships develop. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. What now? If someone has a choice of going to their event or your guys' event, why should they choose your guys' event instead of something
Vibe.
else?
I mean, it's a vibe. There's
nothing
nothing
else
like
like
it.
it.
There's
Yeah.
nothing like
It's the
this.
vortex.
Yeah.
There's
Well,
nothing
if you
like
get who else has an R&B night in such a nice place that's pretty high end? Like you don't gotta be crazy, but pretty high end.
Actually, it's just let's keep 100. It's high. It's extremely high end. Like you have pieces of art in there that's $50,000 to $100,000
Right.
per painting. Like it's extremely high end, and we're gonna make people put effort into their appearance,
Yeah.
right? Quite often when we go out, we see people who don't care, right? People don't apply pressure. You know what I'm saying? It's not about the dollar amount of what you're wearing, article of clothing.
It's about looking
but it's
good. Yeah.
about try your best, and you know what I'm saying? Try your best with what you have, and quite often we don't see that,
Yeah.
right? And Sonny and I get extremely annoyed by it because, like, if you're going out, like, try your best, and we want to create the environment to where, like, when you go into Duvin Pintor, when you go into that spot,
You got it.
like, you have to, like, like,
Right.
it just.
You don't
it
want to
gets-
walk in.
like,
if
you don't want to walk in if you're not.
if you
if
don't
you
got
don't
it.
try your best. Period.
Oh yeah,
you know?
you noticed that, right? Like you said, it's
Try your best.
Try your best. You know what I mean?
If we come, hey, why would we come like I tried my best?
Hey man, try again. There's always next week. There's always next week.
very good. There you go.
There's always,
I'm a nice guy. I'm just
So I can't come in with a tank top.
no, there's always
That's all
next
I
week.
got, man.
always next.
But to really add to that is the customer service.
Yes, sir.
When you come in Duvin Pintor, not just Duvin Pintor, anything we associate with it,
Yeah,
you're gonna feel good.
You're gonna feel it.
You're not gonna feel like you're not wanted. It's gonna be quality. You know what I mean? And quality is what people are missing when you walk in a
That
place. And well, man, he put it best. It's like Cheers. Like everybody want to go where a place they know their name. Well, Duvin Pintor. Hey, Mr. John, come on in. Like we're gonna know you.
Well, good, good.
We
That's
we
good.
have a membership. We even have a membership where you can become a member of what we do. So you're a part of the culture. You know what I mean? Being a part of the culture where customer service is involved, safety is involved, fun is involved, laughter is involved, right? Creativity is involved. You win. There's a win for everyone. You know, and so that's crazy important for what it is we're doing. You know, not just for Salt Lake, for the world, but this is going to be one of our destination places.
Nice.
Salt Lake is one of the biggest convention places. There's 10 ski resorts, it's hiking, it's freaking 10, national parks. People come here.
Yep, I go hiking. I live downtown. I just go up,
Conventions.
basically up the street, 5-10 minutes. Boom. I'm
Yeah.
hiking. Yep.
So, when people that's here, people that's coming in town, the people that's visiting, they're going to get an experience when they come see us. And it's going to be quality.
Great. So what events can you share in closing up with us one last time?
So,
We got the R&B,
R&B live on Friday.
Friday.
This Friday.
and then what time does that start?
10:30.
10:30. So it's pretty late.
It's early.
I mean,
It's early. Like, what are you doing? You're going to sleep? It's late for some
Saturday,
people.
we got summer cool
10:30.
down.
Okay, that's cool. So 10:30
We got summer
until
cool down, and then we got August. We got August 8th, and August 8th is the car show. So we gonna block off both ends of the main east entrance trolley, right? And we want people to come into Van and tour the place, and buy
Nice.
some art, and then you have 50, 60 supercars out there, if not more. And then
Sonny, was there something you wanted to add?
Just the Hive Festival.
Yeah,
story,
we,
like,
we're also going to be hosting an after party for the Hive.
A few of them.
A few of them, yeah.
A few of them.
3 or 4 of them.
When is
At
that?
this point,
The 6th and 7th.
Next, so next weekend.
Next weekend. Yeah.
Thursday, Friday?
This Friday, Saturday.
Friday, Saturday?
Uh-huh. And
So be
you
ready.
just
Be
DM us
ready.
for like anything you want to know. You have to DM. You know, just
Okay,
I
DM,
got-
let us.
Go ahead. What was you gonna say?
DM me where?
The lab_life.
last
The
call,
last call
ENT.
Or Pop Life 3.
Pop Life 3.
What
There's a
is that
story
on?
behind that.
That's,
Oh,
that's
tell-
on my Instagram. But you gotta. It's not open to the public, but you gotta. You hit me up. Follow me. I'll look at your background, and then I'll
Yeah.
do my thing.
Yeah, the
so if you're
after party-
dressed well, then you'll allow them. Even on social media, right?
Look like you.
Send me a
after party,
headshot.
like you can. The after party, you're going to know about.
Do you? Can you tell us a little bit about the name of your gallery?
Yeah,
A
so
little more
Duvin,
about it?
So Duvin in French is some wine, and then pinture is painter or art in Latin.
Okay.
That came from me meditating. I went to Galveston when I was pivoting, and literally it came to me. My mom is French. I love the Latin culture, and so it came to me that way. It meshed really well. Thought it was real sexy, and I went with it.
Awesome.
And it's been pretty cool. I think people like the name and what it represents.
Cool.
Can we get your Instagram one more time?
Pardon me?
What was that handle again? That Instagram handle?
Pop
Pop
3.
Life 3.
Pop Life 3. Pop Life 3. And that's on Instagram.
Yeah, the Vin Pintura LLC is our.
And we'll put that on.
Listen,
We'll
I'm gonna
tag
put
that.
These 3 up right now.
Okay.
We'll tag that too, Devin Pator, because not everyone probably can spell that, including me. If I'm staring at it on your shirt, right? So it helps. Well, thank you guys for being on the show. Appreciate it. Thanks for sharing everything. Remember their event Friday at 10:30. 10:30 at Devin Pator.
Red carpet, come have fun, smiles, everyone smiles.
Enjoy yourself.
Thank you guys for listening and watching the Last Call Entertainment Podcast. See ya. Thanks.
Yeah.